I really want to crush 2018. What can I do to stand out, make myself look different, just really expand my reach and all that good stuff. So we always talk about Facebook a lot. You guys know what to do on Facebook. Just have to go out there and do it. Produce the content, get your offers out there, and automate that process. Whether you're using an in-house advertising person or if you're using somebody like Fitness Marketer, it's not a good use of your time to sit behind a computer. A good use of your time is really to be the face of your company and get out there and network with other influencers in your area. So that's the one thing I tell people is stop doing sitting behind a computer, and you want to network with other influencers. So just like online, you have local influencers as well. These could be other business owners, it could be radio personalities, it could be ministers, it could be anybody that has a following or has reach in your area. It could be like Chamber of Commerce, it could be like a networking group. There's all kinds of things that you can do to get out there and network with other influencers. And what you want to do when you go to network with other influencers is go with a giving hand. Because when you go to these events and you talk to these people and you start telling them how they can benefit from you, it doesn't really go off that well. Like, hey, I had this great promotion. If you want to, give it to your people or whatever. Because most people only care about growing their business or growing their following and vice versa. So if you go in there saying, hey, I have a great idea how I can help you grow your following, it works off much better. And then they feel the obligation to repay you and either send out a promotion or mention you on their Instagram or whatever. So always go in with the giving hand when you're trying to network with other influencers. That's going to be the biggest thing. The other thing is if you are going to ask, try to have some kind of like charity backed or mission based promo, because you got to get them something that they can get behind. If it's just like hey, you want to mail out for my 21-day program, some people might do that once you get a really good relationship with them, but it's going to be hard for somebody that you just met to just mail out for a 21-day program for you to help you grow your business and really nothing in it for them. You get less to make a couple bucks or whatever, but a lot of them, if they're doing well, they're not going to see a couple $1,000s or whatever as a huge benefit compared to hurting or taking away from their brand or their image or whatever. But if it's a charity-based or mission-based, it makes it much easier. I remember it was like 2011, Men's Health declared Baltimore like the 7th fattest city in the U.S. So I created a campaign or a mission that it was my mission to get Baltimore out of the top 10 fattest cities, and I couldn't do it alone, so I needed their help. And I created like a Fit Body at Home DVD that I was giving away for free, just pay for shipping. And when I was on the radio talking about it, they gave the website. By the time I got home, we had like 200 and some orders for the free DVD. It was really easy for them to let me promote that on air because it was mission-based. Men's Health, which everybody recognizes, as a company or as a brand, said that I didn't make that up. Men's Health said that Baltimore was number 7. Was in the top 10 fattest cities in the U.S. So it was easy for the radio station to get behind that as well. If it's a charity, we just had Thanksgiving and Christmas, so Toys for Tots and any kind of food drive, any kind of soup kitchens, that kind of stuff worked well then. But it still works even after the holidays and stuff. It's actually when the charities need money the most. During the holidays is when they get the most money. So I would do a charity thing at least one a quarter, if not every other month. And it's easy to get the influencers that are local to back you. When you're looking for local influencers, you want to look for ones that have a big following, obviously, but ones that cater to a similar, clientele with a non-competing product or service. That's going to make it a lot easier for them to work with you. So look for similar clients and non-competing. So in fitness, it's pretty easy. Anywhere there's parents or moms, so gymnastics centers, karate studios, daycare centers, laser tag places, anything like that is going to be a good place to look for influencers. Churches, ministers are always good. Any kind of like radio personality or local celebrities are good. When it comes to charities, it doesn't have to be your own charity. So if there's any like NFL players in your area that are doing a charity event, go to that event and try to help them raise money for their charity. And a lot of times it's not the actual professional professional athlete, it's their wife who is in charge of their foundation or their charity. So when everybody else is standing in line to meet the person to get their football signed or jersey signed, you go up there with nothing, just thank them for what they're doing, tell them you love the charity that they're helping out, and that they're doing a great service or thing in your city, and that you want to know how you can help and how you can donate some more money, for their cause. And they'll usually point you over to the side. Hey, go over there and talk to her. That's my wife. She runs that stuff. Let her know, how much you want to give or what you have going on. Then you go over to their wife and introduce yourself and say, hey, I love what you guys are doing. I own a fitness boot camp and I want to be able to raise some money and donate some money to your cause to help you guys out. And then you can work out some kind of charity boot camp for the influencer's charity, not even your own. So that's another thing that you can do. But this is the one thing that I see, a lot of people missing. And before we had, before it was so easy to advertise on Facebook, this was like one of the main ways that I grew my business was by networking and working with other influencers, people that already took the time to build an audience, already took the time to build a clientele base, and they're just willing to share that with you because you're going in with a giving hand, you're going in with a charity or mission-backed, offer. You looked for influencers that had similar clients that was non-competing. Some other things you can do with influencers too, I just totally forgot, is like a joint, kind of a joint venture, but more of like a workshop. So if you have like a chiropractor, a massage therapist, somebody that, again, non-competing, but something that your clients could benefit from the information that they're going to give and their clients could benefit from the information you're going to give, they can mail out for the workshop, you can mail out for the workshop, you both make an offer at the end, and you can do that as well. But again, this is one of the main things I see people missing, and if you can focus on this, just commit to finding 3 influencers or 3 other businesses that you can really develop a relationship with and help them grow their business, and you'll see how it's going to help you grow yours significantly faster than just Facebook ads alone, because one email that's totally free can bring in over 100 people into your program. So commit to finding 3 influencers or 3 other businesses and really start developing those relationships by the end of the first quarter. So it's only one person a month that you need to find, take them out to coffee, take them out to lunch, get to know them, and you're going to see how this is going to impact your business in a big way in 2018. And the other thing that a lot of you guys are missing that I've been talking about a lot over the last, 6 months or so is really just creating the content. You guys still want to take shortcuts and just blast your timeline with your low barrier offers. By putting the content out there, it does a lot of things. So for one, to do content marketing, another thing that's missing that you need to focus on in 2018 to set yourself apart. One, it's going to build authority. Once you have authority, you can sell anything to anyone. Everybody's going to listen to you. So even people that aren't coming into your programs, if they're watching your videos and people are out and somebody has a question at the, when they're out to dinner about, fitness or whatever, and they heard the answer on one of your videos, like, oh, I heard you're supposed to do this, this, and this. They're like, oh yeah, where'd you hear that? And they heard it from, XYZ trainer. Now that authority is spreading through your content marketing, through your videos, and it's going to make everything else you do, just convert that much better. And so with authority, you're going to get the know, like, trust factor. So by putting out the content and people starting to see your content, relate with you, start connecting with you through your videos, you're going to create that know, like, and trust factor. I mean, none of this stuff is new. This is the same stuff we used to do with email marketing, from day one. This is just a different channel. Facebook is just another channel. You should treat your audience the same way as you do your, your email list, just giving them good content, sharing your stories, sharing things that happen to you in your life and lessons that you learn, with them, through your content marketing, through your videos, through your articles, and you're going to build that know, like, and trust factor, which is going to help when they see your offers for them to actually take action and come in for your low barrier offers. And then 3, the other thing with content marketing, it makes it easy to work with influencers. So it makes it easier to do what I was just talking about. So what you can do for content to make it easier to work with influencers is you can actually go to those influencers and just interview them, and that gives you content, and it also promotes them, gets their name out there, starts building that relationship with them, but also it just, you can repurpose that to build a know, like, and trust factor, to build the authority. I used to interview like hairstylists, chiropractors. We had like a Smoothie King, the owner of the Smoothie King, and I would actually get those videos to rank on YouTube for that industry's keywords, and people would see those videos in that industry, and then they would, it'd be on my channel with my link and all that stuff, and they would come and find out about me and my business through, the hair salon industry, or through the chiropractor industry or massage therapy industry, because I was creating content with those influencers in that industry, and then getting those videos to rank for those keywords. So it's going to build authority, it's going to build the know, like, and trust factor, and it's going to make it easier to work with those influencers, and it's going to make everything else you do convert that much better. So all this stuff, one of them at a time, may not make that big of an impact, in your business, but these are what I like to call like force multipliers. The more of these, that you can do, it's going to have a compound effect on your business. If you just do one, may help a little bit, but you do all of it, and over time, you're going to just keep seeing it build and build and build. I've seen it in my own business, my own online business. In 2017, I really focused on content, and I would say about 6 months after creating lots of content is when I really started seeing the results. Every event that I would go to, even people that not in the fitness industry would come up to me and tell me about how they've been watching my shows and how they like the content, for me to keep it up, and I'm doing a great job. So the word really started spreading, and it really was about 6 months of just having my head down and just keep putting out content before I really started seeing the power of it. So just put it out there and don't expect anything, and then you'll just start noticing it, and you'll see that compound effect and seeing your business grow. So to recap, don't create one big goal, just throwing a number out there like I want to have like 30,000 EFT by the end of the year. You can have that as a vision, and then work backwards to create the process and action goals that you need to do on a regular basis, daily basis, weekly basis, and measure it weekly, and then adjust whether you need to do more or less, or adjust your goal, and create the process, create the actions that you need to take. That's going to help you get closer and closer to your vision by the end of the year. And then the second thing is having that 90-day marketing calendar. You don't have to plan out the whole year. You can just have the first quarter planned out, figure out what kind of content you want to create to promote whatever offers that you're going to have, create that production schedule. All that becomes part of your process to reaching those goals. Like, how many videos do I need to create such certain size audience? What size audience do I need to create to get a certain amount of people to come in for a low barrier offer? How many people do I need to get to come in for that low barrier offer to upsell to so many new members per month? And you'll be able to get those numbers. And once you have that, you'll be able to dial it all in and really keep making big steps towards your big vision for the year. And then just as far as putting all of that, pouring gasoline on all those strategies, remember, seek out 3 influencers in the next 90 days and start building relationships with them, and coming up with some kind of joint venture, to be able to do with them, promoting their business, promoting, and then them promoting yours. And the last thing is, if you haven't been doing any kind of content marketing, you have to do that this year to really set yourself apart, build that authority, build that know, like, and trust factor, and just make it easy for people to work with you.